Good evening, everybody. What's happening? Hope everybody's having a great day. Uh, we'll get started here just momentarily. We'll let some people get in the chat here, and I'll post a link, and we can get some people up on the panel here, and we can start having a good old shut-in time, or was that social distancing time? So. I think I got everything just about locked or set up here. So let's go ahead and hey, Kitty Boo, how's you? There's the link if anybody wants to come up. I just cleaned the basement while I was waiting to go live, so there shouldn't be any spiders down there waiting for y'all. Hey, Breezy. I see Ken down there in the basement. We'll bring him up. Hey, Mr. Ken.
Going on, Ed?
Oh, man, just loving life, brother. 70 degrees here. A little windy, but beautiful out.
Tons of rain today. It's all we had.
That's what we had yesterday.
I had a customer come to pick up a tractor and a mower, and it was downpouring. I said, "You sure you want to come?" He's like, "Yeah, you should have seen him. He had ramps like this on his truck. He's low." I said, "Okay, good for you. Not for me." But he did it. He got out. I got my money. We're good.
Hey, Cheryl. Thanks for coming in. 2 ATVs. Thanks for coming in. Dougie. Hi, Ken. Hi, Doug. How you all doing?
Alrighty. Cheryl. Katie.
Yep.
Bam was there. Doug.
Yep. I just came over from from Sam's live stream. He was working on one of his little go-karts again. That man, he does some amazing stuff. Them little Sam's Garage.
Okay.
He takes the little Razor go-karts like you buy at Walmart, for the little kids, and puts gas motors on them. And wow, he did a remote control one that's just awesome for his little boy.
Hey. A few people here.
Yep.
Oh man! So you bored out of your mind yet, Ed?
No, actually, I'm finding interesting projects to work on. So I just put another one up on the bench. I'm gonna start videoing. I actually started today. I'll probably work on it tomorrow. So there's Nate in the house. Howdy, Nate.
Yeah, my wife and my oldest have been home for about 2 weeks, and I dare not say, "Hey, did you get to the bathroom yet? Clean the bathroom?" And no. Haven't gotten there yet.
And I said, that's what I got to do myself. I don't have anybody to do it for me, so I just got to break down and do it.
We have the old rule, right? If you want it done right, you do it yourself. I dare not say that, though.
And there's Captain. We'll bring Captain up.
Hey, Captain. What's up, buddy?
How you doing? What's up, Ken?
Hello.
How's it going up there in the north there, Cap?
Boring.
SSDD?
You been out at all, Cap?
Nope. I'm a shut-in anyway. So I sit here and I do this.
Well, I still got to go in tomorrow morning, bright and early, 6 a.m. in work.
Yeah, I don't have to work till Thursday. My 4-hour shift.
Yeah, a lot of the cops around here, all the maintenance and stuff, it's half on, half off, and 20-hour weeks.
Yeah, but over in Sam's stream, somebody said the president just extended it for another 30 days.
Really?
I haven't seen any news here in the last hour or so. So
Interesting.
We're down till we're supposed to go back to full shift on April 6th. But I'm sure they'll be making some announcements this week to say yes, we're going to continue with that projected path, or no, it's we're off more.
Yeah, because that's next Monday, right?
Yeah.
That's
Hey,
actually Lucky's birthday, I think, is that day, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think so too.
When's Easter?
But
What is it? Is it the 19th or is it the next week?
I don't know.
Not many people go to church.
Yeah, Craig Durbin there. Yeah, it looked like you guys are having a great time out there. Katie says the 12th. So,
Sunday, April 12th. So 2 weeks from today.
There is no think booth. It is or not isn't. So, yeah, there's still people around me that are acting like there's nothing going on. Just because there's not a lot of people out, they got free reign. Hey, I can go do whatever I want. I can go. Stay away from me, people.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the empty shelves and the boarded up windows aren't an indicator of something being wrong.
Yeah.
Okay. All I know is when I leave work, I get home half the time I used to. Tell you that.
Yeah, you're probably not going to get a ticket for going 120 either.
No cops out there anyway. I would always get stuck behind a school bus, though, every single time I come home. And the school buses, I don't know if you guys do it over your area, but what is it now? It's every single street. What happened to kids congregating in one stop, 12 kids in one pickup? No, it's street after street after street. It takes you 20 minutes to go half a mile.
Oh, yeah, they pretty much pick up at every kid's house.
Unreal.
Well,
then they wait for them to come out too in bad weather. They're sitting there for 5 minutes waiting for the kid.
I mean,
Crazy.
I agree that it's safer to pick up each individual kid at their house. Yes, I do. I agree that it is safer, but I do not agree that it's more efficient. Nonsense.
Well, especially when every parent is in their car with the kid, regardless if it's raining or not, at the street anyway. So just all stay on the same street. Unreal.
I don't have a chat up, so hi, everybody in the chat. I'm not going to itemize. I'm just going to say hi, everyone.
There you go.
I came up just to have a bit of interaction with people, and then I'm gonna bounce because I'm not really super social today. I'm kind of very irritated and cranky, so my breakfast is willfully inadequate. Carrots, celery, and a mandarin.
Doesn't sound bad. Need some peanut butter and some cheese and
There's some peanut butter in the cabinet, but I don't really feel like having peanut butter. The cheese is out of the question. There's very little food left in my. There's very little food left in my refrigerator. So.
My wife was very good about keeping food stocks in the pantry, like canned stuff, soups, things like that. So we're okay for now.
I wish I had that kind of money.
Well, every time something's on sale, a can of soup, a can of this, she'll buy one or two. So hopefully the expiration dates don't go bad. I haven't looked at some of those, but we'll see. You ever have it when you talk about expiration dates, all of a sudden you hear bang, you look in your refrigerator and the biscuits are just banged open. You look, 4 years ago. Okay.
yeah.
Food doesn't get that old in my house.
I think the oldest thing I found last year, I found something from like 2009 in the freezer. Some kind of meat. I don't know what it was. It was all white. I don't know what it was.
Hey, MC, what's happening?
Hey, look, this pork cooked
Hey.
itself.
Hey, Kathy. So,
Hi, Kathy.
Anybody else in the basement, Ed?
nobody yet.
Yeah.
My buddy Mark said he was going to try to come on the panel tonight, but I'm still waiting to see him come up.
Did you see what is it? 57 Tractor Man? He had something on there where he had a HH 120 out of a Sears and hard start. He takes it apart. Someone had taken the compression release off the cam and put it back together like that. So there you go.
Yeah.
But you know what I've seen people do when they have bad compression releases? Just take a spot on the head, drill out the fins a little bit with an end mill, go in there and put in a chainsaw compression release button. You know, a little button works.
Nate, what's up? How you doing?
There's Nate again.
Yep. So, but yeah, I'm kind of getting bored here at the house, but you know, I do have things to do. So, what really sucks is I can't go get parts and stuff that I need for the projects I really want to work on. You know,
I can't get anything because I don't have a car.
MC's talking about magnetos. What kind of magneto? What are you talking about, MC? Join the channel, MC. We'll talk. But you got the link again, Ed?
By the end of the week, we'll have so little food that we'll be eating the TP.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Soylent Green. I was like, uh-oh.
No, that's people.
Yeah. Ooh, a Wico. Is that like an EK?
the biggest thing I know about magnetos is don't hold them in your hand and spin them.
And turn it. Yeah. Been there. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was my grandfather or one of my uncles got me on that one.
Oh, yeah. Especially you hear that snap, and there you go.
I didn't even hear the snap.
It's a shocking experience.
Absolutely. MC, if you go to a channel called Smokestack, Harry Matthews has a channel called Smokestack. Tons of information on the Wico magnetos. There's Nate.
There's
Going on, brother?
What up?
You stay in beer safe down there?
Huh?
I said, you stay in beer safe down there?
Oh, dude, I've been day drinking today. I probably shouldn't even be on here right now.
Did you say Bear, B-E-A-R or B-E-E-R?
B-E-R-E-R-E.
They only have tall boys
They-
at the store.
They only have the tall boy Michelob Ultras at the store right now, and it makes a big difference.
Shucks.
So, Nate, are you still working full time?
Yep.
Ruh-roh, Rorge.
I work by myself, man. There ain't no reason. I mean, I'm quarantined every day.
Yeah, the only other freaking people besides your family that you get close to are hogs.
Exactly.
Now, he had a blue crayfish and a turtle too.
I see more than that. I need to start a whole new channel just of what I do in the woods. I'm telling you, I couldn't put it on this channel. People wouldn't be interested.
Don't be so
I tell you,
stubborn.
lately, though, I've had my small engine chat, and it's usually never about small engines anymore. It's usually about the virus or something like that, you know?
Well, you're not allowed to talk about that virus right now on YouTube.
No, you can't mention the C word. Not at all. Well, you could probably chat, but you can't. They don't want you to mention the name.
I don't know if you noticed my last live stream. I did not. I told Johnny, I told Christine, I said, do not bring it up. People been hearing enough about that BS. They don't want to hear about it. Let's just freaking keep their mind off of it for 1 hour. You know what I mean?
The restriction that they're really pushing is the way you title your videos. To tell you the truth.
Yeah.
Talking about it is fine because I haven't seen more than a couple of people get messed with, and it's because they had the title said something about it. I'm like, there you go.
Makes sense.
Yeah, Craig, it's about time for me to get my my lawnmower out and get it all serviced up and everything. I might do that this coming week if the yard's dry enough down there to get it out of the shed. That's the whole part. Right outside my shed, it gets so soft. I mean, you'll sink 4 or 5 inches just walking down through. So
I don't know anything about lawnmowers or tractors or anything like that.
No.
Uh-oh. There you go.
Is that for your owning?
That's the owning, all cleaned up and ready to go back on.
Nice. Yeah, I got a Cub 106 that I mow the grass with, and I need to do something with the clutch with it this year.
Hey,
there you go.
Hey, Nate, when you're working on it,
finally got a valve spring compressor.
Hey, Nate, when you're working on that old thing, just make sure the owning isn't owning you.
Well, now that I've learned ownings a little bit more, I think I'm gonna pull the Sears out and try to get it back going now.
Hey, Craig.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, MC. What's going on, Craig?
So I have
So what are you doing with magnetos, Craig?
I got a problem. I've got this tractor. It's got a Weco magneto on it. If I pull one plug wire, no change. It's 2-cylinder John Deere. If I pull the other plug wire, it barely stays running. I'll give you a quick peek at it.
Was that Model B?
It's a John Deere LA from 1946.
Ooh.
Nice.
My buddy's got the exact same tractor. I should call him. The exact same tractor.
So it's had a recent overhaul, and I got it without I got it in pieces basically, and I had to put it back together.
Hey, Lucky.
So it won't run. It won't run on 2, but it'll run on 1, or what?
It runs okay on both, but it seems like one cylinder is only pulling about half its weight.
Hey,
Do you know that you have spark on both spark
I do
plugs?
have spark. I have confirmed that.
Do you have compression on both cylinders?
I have 75 pounds in the weak cylinder and 85 pounds in the good cylinder. That doesn't seem like enough to make that big a difference to me.
No.
Yeah.
All the lab, all the valves
Did
have
you check
been lapped.
resistance in the wires?
Yeah, check the check the capacitance of the wires.
Yeah, resistance in the wires too.
That resistance, that's it.
I put a brand new solid core wire on it. Same results. It's got me puzzled. I mean, it's suck, squeeze, bang, blow.
Yeah. But on those Wecos, though, did you have a Weco EK manual?
I do not.
You could go to Manuals Lib, Manuals LIB, and then just type in WIKO, and you'll the free downloads.
Okay, I'll check that out. I've got an
there's
email.
a 3-page manual. It's a good manual. It shows you how to test it.
A Magneto guy that rebuilds them.
Breezy said switch the plugs back and forth.
Did that too.
Yeah.
Same cylinder then?
Hey, Breezy.
Yep. I shouldn't say it's the cylinder. It's the output of the magneto. The firing order is 1, 2.
Yeah.
I even tried a different cap on the end of the magneto.
You check the contacts in the magneto?
Yep. It
Dude,
runs
I
great
would-
with both of them.
Download the manual for that Weeko, and I'm sure there's maintenance or something stupid, you know?
Yeah, I'll check that out. Hey, I'm not going to stay on here very long. I just thought I'd jump on and see if you guys had any input.
Do both cylinders fire at the same time?
Oh,
No, they're 180 degrees off.
Could you? Okay, yeah, that wouldn't. I was thinking you could be 180 degrees out because it would fire every revolution, but not.
It runs really good, but if you unplug the number 1 cylinder, no change. You unplug the number 2 cylinder, and it barely stays running.
Well, that means it's running on both cylinders then.
It is, but
The-
I would think I would see a more uniform
about
condition by pulling.
Did you read the plugs, though? They're both the same color? You get the same burn?
It actually has new plugs in it, so like I say, I got it in pieces. It was just overhauled, and the guy was done working on it. He's like, "You can have it. Here's the tractor. You got to put it back together."
Damn.
So
Did you
Was-
try
put
richening
back
it up a
together.
bit?
what's that?
I said, did you try richening it up a bit? Maybe one cylinder's getting a little more fuel?
Yeah, I did that. I kind of pulled the choke out to see if I could get it to. It almost sounds like it's knocking a little bit. That's what kind of led me down the path of pulling the plug wires to see if it was getting even firing.
Yep.
It just doesn't
Timing's
sound like.
okay?
Yep, timing's spot on. Because I had the engine apart, I had the luxury of seeing the dots on the end of the crank gear and the magneto gear.
And that's gas, right?
Yes. It's got me stumped. I don't
And
know.
it's the low. Is it the low compression cylinder that's not contributing enough?
Yes. I would think 75 is enough for a 1946, though.
Yeah.
And he said he lapped the valves too, Ed.
They are lapped. I even double checked all the valve lash again this morning.
Well, that,
Did you do
that's
a
what I'm
blow-by
wondering.
test?
I have not done that.
Yeah, blow by to see if you got a lot extra, windage going through that bad cylinder,
Yeah.
Maybe you got a
Well,
cracked
that-
ring or something in that one cylinder.
It supposedly has new rings in it. I know it's been bored 20 over.
Yep.
That's not bad though.
Well,
Yeah. But
Yeah,
if they
but
didn't use non-detergent oil when they broke it in, maybe that one set of rings isn't seating. I don't know. Could be.
Yeah. I don't
Well,
think it's
that's
been
what I was
run
thinking
since it was overhauled.
that's what I was thinking too. Maybe one of the lobes on the cam is wore a little bit, and that in your lash right, but you may have to adjust the lash on that cylinder to get you a little
Right.
more compression.
Take some out of it.
Craig
Well,
said,
Craig can put an indicator on the on the valve to see what he's getting.
Craig Durbin says to add some lead additive.
Marble mystery oil. And some
Well, if everything
seafoam.
is new, you shouldn't have any built-up carbon or anything,
No, it's a fresh engine. It's never
I
been
kind of
run.
like
until
what
now.
Ed said. I kind of feel like if you take some out of that lash on the exhaust and the intake, maybe it'll tighten them valves up, give it a little bit more compression.
It's got a new cam in it.
Does it? Oh. But what about valves? Are the valves new?
No, they're the old valves, but they're clean and they've all been lapped in good.
But did
I'd
they,
say do a
yeah,
quick
did they
blow-by.
deck the bottom after they lashed them? Because after you grind them, it takes away some. So you have to take some off the bottom of the valve, off the stem.
The lifters in them.
I would still think you'd have to take some off the stem to get it to seat all the way.
No, you just after where you can literally adjust it, make
It's a
it
rocker
perfect.
adjustment, right?
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Kind of like my own, and I got two little nuts.
Yeah,
I can.
it's almost
I got you.
identical to an Onan lifter.
I got you. This is what these chats are for, though. This is what these live streams are for, man. It's for
Exactly.
brainstorming.
Like I said, I do a quick
Even
blow by
I
just
know.
to see if there's any air leaking anywhere else.
I'll put a flow meter on it and see what kind of difference I have between the two cylinders. I even ran it for about an hour today just to make sure the rings were kind of seated and broke in. Time to run some Bon Ami through it.
I tell you, non-detergent
geez, really?
oil, that seats rings really good.
There's an Onan lifter right there.
Yep.
I got some of that under my sink.
Yeah,
My
just like a
Onan
case
lifter
series.
right
Just unscrew it or screw it in.
I'll tell you what, man, I'm stumped. But when you do figure it out, please come back and let us know what it was.
What model is that mag, Craig?
It is a Weco Model X,
X.
spec XH909.
You said you checked the cap. There's no carbon tracking or anything?
No, I actually it had the original cap on it, and the guy that I got it from gave me a new cap with it. I tried that, and no difference.
But I tell you one thing, though, the trick we used to do, wait till it's pitch black out, little spray bottle of water, mist around the cap, and see if you see any arcing.
Yeah. I was running my hand down it last night, and I actually got shocked by one of the wires, so I changed it.
Yep, that's another trick. Yeah, we said every time it started to drizzle out, you put your hand near the distributor. Whoa.
I'm kind of curious if it has something to do with the mag, that maybe it fires good on the one side and on the other side it doesn't have the same energy.
Well, that's what I was asking about the points inside there. If you check the contact points,
Yeah, the points are in good
rollers
shape.
and all that stuff. Yeah,
I think it had actually been rebuilt.
that don't
The
mean it's
guy
right
got
though.
it from, he spent a lot of money basically getting everything right and then never finished it.
What do they say?
Does that
New
have
means
one set of
never work.
points or two set of points?
Just one.
Just one.
Somebody's
All right, now that we're all not going to sleep tonight, I'm going to get off of here.
yeah,
I'm
really.
going to be looking up Weco X parts, so that's all.
All right, thanks guys. Have a good night.
Take
Let
it
us
easy, Craig.
know when you figure it out,
Thank you,
man.
Craig.
I will. I'll jump back on here and let you know. Maybe you'll hear it
All
run.
right.
If you follow me on Instagram, you can see a picture and video of it running today.
What's the
What are
channel,
you
Craig?
on- what are
MC
you on
Engineering?
Instagram?
Or?
At Craig Camp 77.
Craig Camp, CAMP.
77.
Okay.
Cool. Have a
77.
good night, guys.
See ya.
better.
I'm gonna see if I can find them on.
I got Instagram, but I don't know how to use it.
There's a lot of hot chicks on there, man.
No, it's all informative information.
What do you type in? At Craig Camp?
I think if you just Craig Camp 77. Hold on, I'll drop the link if I can.
There, he just dropped one in the chat.
Somebody dropped it.
Oh, I got it.
Just drop Craig or type Craig Camp 77.
Yeah. I found it came right up when I typed it in Instagram. As soon as I typed Craig Camp, it came up.
Yep.
MC Engineering
there
on
you
the
go.
ball.
Yeah, he's got a pretty cool shop. The stuff he does, I'm very familiar with what he does. Cool stuff. Definitely
Yeah.
high tech.
That was good stuff, Ed.
What's that?
Good stuff. Just the engine talk. I love it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I know. Every stream lately, nothing's about engines anymore. I go on in the morning and I got P and Maddie going like they need a room. And it's like, okay, guys, let's talk small engines. Huh?
Are you kidding me?
There's Pate. Who's that? Jason?
Ed. Look at the old lady and the wife and the daughter.
The only thing that make that better is the dog was in there.
She
There we
wants
go.
to get in there. Trust me, she's over there.
Yeah, check out Craig's Instagram. He's got some cool stuff. He's got a real nice machine shop and CNC and all that stuff. He's definitely current technology, that's for sure.
I need one of those.
Oh, I tell you, always good to know somebody like that. Jason, you at work or you home?
Huh?
No, Jason Pate, he's been working these 18-hour days. I wonder if he was at work or I guess he does diesel mechanics. So
A lot of people call me
Heavy.
Jason.
Justin?
My name's Justin,
Justin.
but a lot of people call me Jason.
His name's Captain Jerk.
My
Oh,
own
I didn't know
grandmother.
that.
My own grandmother calls me Jason from time to time. There are no Jason.
Huh.
There are no Jasons on that entire side of my friggin' family. She calls me
What
Jason.
the heck?
She's been
That's
doing
not
that
right.
since I was a little kid. Not just because she's 80-something years old. Now,
I'm pretty sure I'd hold a little bit of hate towards my grandma if she called me the wrong name for that.
No. It's perfectly fine because sometimes she goes through all the male names that she's in her entire family when she can't think of somebody's name, and it's perfectly fine. It's a quirk of human nature that some people do that.
It makes sense, Justin, because my mom will call me my brothers, all three of my brothers' names, and my sister's name before she'll get to mine sometimes. So it does make sense.
She just goes down the roster.
Yeah.
Hey, you.
I know everybody calls me Kenny. They've been calling me Kenny since I was born, except my wife and her family. Everybody else, the thousands of people I know, work, everyone in my life. Kenny, 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 Kenny. Come on, Ken. It just drives me nuts.
You don't want to hear what my wife calls me.
Wow.
Hey,
I got that.
Nate,
too.
Nate, after that hand wash video, I'm surprised you're still here.
Well, I got to check that out. Was that a one-day thing where everybody was doing the hand wash videos? I think Lucky started it, didn't he, in the morning or something?
I have no idea what you're talking
Cheryl's
about.
wife is the one that got me into it. Cheryl got me,
Is that what it was?
and then I think I got Tampa Boys Customs and Sam's Garage. And I
What
don't
is
know
it, like a
that-
challenge? To challenge everybody?
Yeah,
Ed got challenged.
yeah. I got challenged by Tampa. It's a you just do a quick video, you washing your hands for the allotted time that you're supposed to, But yeah, I was rolling on the floor, Nate, when I was watching yours.
Hey, that was
Then-
only the
How long,
second.
Nate?
That was only the second take, Ed.
Oh. I see.
Luckily, she takes long number twos.
I see. I nominated Twisted R Racing and Boneyard's Garage. So
I wonder if Boneyard knows yet. He might not have seen it.
he watched my video on the generator.
I don't go
Hey,
along
Ed.
with those nomination videos anyway.
Ed, that was the same generator that I had, except mine was 5-horse. You remember that
Really?
5-horse one I had?
Yeah.
I think I started it up on a live stream. It was like the same color and everything, except it was 5.
Yeah, Monkey Ward Gold. They had that yellowish gold color,
Yeah.
like a yellow ochre.
Dude, that thing, I started looking it over after the video. It's not even burnt around the exhaust where the exhaust comes out, the paint. It's not even burnt there. There's still paint on the end of the muffler. So that thing has like 0 hours on it.
Well, think about how often people use generators. Not very often.
That's why we're always
Not very
fixing them.
often. Yep.
And I was
got a
thinking
great-
I'd have to reset the generator thing, by plugging something into it and spinning the electric motor or whatever. No, that thing, first pull after I put that carburetor back on, that light came on and started flickering. And then when it got up to RPM, it lit.
Right.
Even when you first pulled it, it was ready to go.
Yeah.
It just needed gone through.
Hmm.
And I don't know if you guys seen it in the video. I was stoked that light lit up. I'm like, yeah.
Hey, Boneyard. How you
Free
doing?
generator.
Yep.
I bought that damn Ryobi generator, and when that last hurricane was coming down, the damn thing turned at the last minute. I'm still paying for it, and I haven't even started the damn thing up yet.
What'd you get? A Generac?
Yeah, brand new 8,000 watt Ryobi.
Oh, Ryobi. Oh.
Stacy was here when I bought it. It's sitting right there. Already got it.
Yeah,
I
what about-
already got like the extra wire to run it to my panel and everything out and let it sit outside the garage. It's ready to go, and it's only been ran like 5 minutes, maybe.
All right.
Yeah, one of my
I was gonna
customers
say-
gave me a 7,500 watt. I just have to change the camshaft.
Well, I was going to say, Nate, since you love Briggs and Stratton so much, we could do an even swap. I could take that, that Ryobi off your hands, and you can have that nice.
Monkey Ward.
That one right there, actually, that one right there will run my AC. And think about that in Florida in the middle of summer and a hurricane hits and knocks all the power out. I will have AC and be sitting comfortably. Even though I sit out here in my damn 100-degree garage all damn day.
Well, what good is that?
You need to make a swamp cooler, Nate.
I know. I got the fan. I need to do that. I just don't know how much it'll help.
Hey, they say they work great. I'm going to find out because I'm going to build one.
I was sitting here today and I had my fan on 2, which is high, and it was blowing, and I had like one mini bike in the way of the fan, and I'm like, I ain't getting no air over here. I'm like dying. I had to move the fan closer and like blow it right in my face in order to keep working.
I'll just be glad you're like 150 pounds, man. You ain't like me.
I'm 190, brother.
Oh,
I
I
got
remember
almost
190 in high school.
Nate, I got almost 50 pounds on you.
I got more than that. Sorry to say. There's the pates.
It's just
Look,
more
who
to
just
love.
walked in. We're in trouble now.
Is he leaving in 5 minutes or what?
No, but he hasn't showered yet, so this is love.
How you doing?
We're conserving.
And I
Green
can't
with
tell you
envy.
what it smells like from the
Ed, what's going on with my
Hey,
picture?
Boneyard, you need to go watch Ed's last video. You've been challenged, Boneyard.
I'm going to imagine Boneyard's probably going to be really methodical in how he washes his hands. Is the wash the hands one?
Yep.
Yeah, he's probably going to be really legit with it because he's very organized.
I was very methodical with mine too. I
Did the missus feel the same?
told you. I'm still in trouble for that one.
Go on.
So how are you holding
I
up,
still,
Captain Jerk? You get
I
toilet
still
paper?
buffering and everything.
Are you still working off that same roll?
I have more toilet paper than I do food in my house.
Hey, Captain, start trading. Go out on the road and be like, I'll trade you a roll of toilet paper for a cheeseburger.
I don't leave my house. I don't leave my house even before this stupid pandemic crap. So
I know you don't. I've known you for a long time. Isolation is Captain's normal life. Like they're like lock it down. Captain's like, I've been locked down.
what is there something going on outside my house?
What is this word y'all been talking about so much? What are y'all talking about?
Let's keep things realistic here for a minute, though. I mean, come on now. This is also giving some of us a reason, like events that we really don't.
All right, am I losing everybody?
We don't have to come up with a reason why now. You know what I'm saying?
I think I'm losing everybody.
What?
Ed, you're still here. Ed, you're still here.
I still see you, Ed.
Okay, because I can't type in chat.
Oh,
I
you use your
lost-
phone. That's what we do.
I keep
I
losing
saw when
Ken.
you said I'm buffering on your end. I saw everything you typed so far.
It looks like I'm green with envy.
I lost Ken.
Ken has just
Small
named. I can
Oh,
hear Ken.
I can just see
cannot-
a green on mine, and that's
I have a black square where Ken's face should be.
yeah, mine
Ken, what
Yeah,
happened?
on my screen.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Got my hairline.
You're worried about your hairline? Are you serious?
Dude, just put a damn hat on already if you're worried about it that damn much. Look at Ed. He don't care.
Hey, you know,
He's worried about his hairline, but yet he smells like skunk. Like, you smell horrendous. I love you.
You
but-
wouldn't let me take a shower. You said we have to
He
rub
smells
all
like,
No,
he smells like burnt two-stroke oil.
hey, buddy.
over.
it's
Hey,
a
I gotta
combination
tell you this.
of many
No,
things.
hold on. I gotta tell you this. If you got a mohawk right now, you would have mohawk, bird perch, and then more mohawk.
Well, I told you, version 2 of the mullet is like,
Well,
oh, no, I'm just gonna grow this out. Yeah, he's looking for the hair. It's in there.
I can't see your hairline. I can't see your hairline at all. I'm trying.
Losers.
Yeah.
Hey, will it make you feel any better if I tell you I'm going bald right here?
Yeah.
Don't let him fool you. That's where he fell off a freaking mini bike.
And road rashed. I road rashed and just skid on my forehead.
Oh, wait
Like
a
a- hey,
second.
Look
Captain,
at my
you're
beard.
hosting again.
I'm not kidding.
Dang
Look
it,
at my
we
beard
lost
right now.
Ed.
See my beard? Now there's a part in it right there. It's because there's scarring on my chin. I learned how to
Okay,
ride
yeah, I
a
get
bicycle chin style.
Nice.
Yep.
Captain, I
Doing a
never
Superman
thought I
over
would
the
ever learn
handlebars.
anything new about you.
Right on my chin.
I never thought I would ever learn anything new about you, Captain. But today I have.
Ed,
I learned how to
welcome
ride
to your
a
show.
bicycle on my chin. Dude, I've
Captain
taken
has
some
no hair
rocks.
on his chin, Ed. Just in breaking news, Captain has no hair on his chin, and he grows an excellent beard anyway.
No, I got scars there. There's like big, nasty scars right here. But I'm telling you, dude, I learned how to ride a bicycle with my chin. I ate the handlebars dozens of times. I freaking flew off the handlebars like Superman and right on my chin, right across the pavement. Oh,
Oh,
Skateboard too, same way. Skateboard, roller skates, like
There we
even like ice skates, sledding. It was all on the chin every time.
Standard for anybody that grew up in like the 80s and early 90s, like because we were all playing out and about. So I mean,
My first accident was, the ramps, like the single ramps for a car. So in the driveway, my father had them in the driveway, and I took my bike and I ran up them. But when I came off the ramp, I went into a Mach 67 Mustang, the actual bumper with the front of my face. Knocked out my teeth.
Does it say "Droff" anywhere on your face?
Combined.
Thank God they were baby teeth.
I just had to ask. Does it say "Droff" on her anywhere?
I was a little bit of a tomboy.
Oh man.
Ed, what's going on with your signal over there?
What's that?
I said, Ed, what's going on with your signal? Ed, speak to me.
Sorry.
I like the look, Nate.
YouTube Earth to Ed.
Is he
This is
part
your
of the
stream.
movement? No, what's the one where they wear the hats?
What's going
I'm
on?
here.
All right, he's here.
I'm glad someone is.
Oh.
Come on, Ken. We know you own a hat.
No, my sister-in-law picked it up. I don't have it anymore.
I
I
don't
gotta
need
get
a hat.
another-
My hair is sexy as hell.
You're gonna need a new outfit before next Saturday.
Sexy horse.
Although less is more. Feel free.
Wait, so Uncle Ed, your first day of work was Thursday. Are you back again on Monday?
No, I don't work again until this coming Thursday for 4 hours. And at the end of the week, they will tell us what we're doing after that.
What are y'all laughing at?
Hold on, I have to cover my husband's eyes.
I have this strange urge to just like bust out my wallet and get some $1 bills.
My husband's trying to motorboat the screen.
Give it a big old Ramsky.
Hey Ed, sorry, some weirdo just took over my stream. I went across the street and he came over here. He was doing something. I don't know what the hell he's doing.
We'll blame it on Johnny.
Did he have a blow-up doll and a 2-liter bottle?
You have to watch our live from this Saturday.
Oh my God, Nate, you haven't seen it yet?
For some reason, YouTube is not that word with the N when people are
Notifying.
live. I don't know what it is.
Oh,
Notifying.
dude, Nate, it's every Saturday at 8 in the morning. But dude, you need to go on and watch this man last Saturday. You want
This
to
Saturday.
this past Saturday? You want to throw
Hold on.
dollar bills
Hold on. So it's 8 a.m.
Saturdays?
on Saturdays. Patty.
You have to go
Okay.
back and look at last Saturdays, and then this Saturday is costume party Saturday.
Oh, I hit the wrong button.
Uh-oh.
Yesterday was La Cage aux Faux at the Pate.
I wrote it on
Saturday Patty.
no.
He's gonna wake up tomorrow and say, "What the hell is this?"
What I feel worse about is what Ken's wife must think about all of us.
That's why I have a shut door. See? They just hear the moaning,
My
groaning,
wife's
and
in the hot
laughing.
tub.
Shake their head.
Nate's feeling good tonight.
Nate's feeling no pain.
I'm jealous.
That was you yesterday morning, and you see what happened to yourself.
Yeah. Well, it gave me a good reason to start drinking 8 o'clock in the morning. It's fantastic.
Oh my God, look at this hair. You got like toucan Sam happening. Look at
What
this.
hair?
Yeah, see, exactly. I want to shave it. She won't let me shave it.
I don't grow nothing in the front either.
No, let's be honest. Ken's the only one who's got hair.
Hey,
I
she
don't grow
set
nothing
me
in
up
the
for
front
that
either.
one, man. She set me up for that one. I'm sorry.
What you got in the koozie, Nate?
Not the C word.
It wouldn't be
I'll tell you-
Michelob Ultra.
You wouldn't believe it, but I've been drinking since 1 o'clock.
Did I not say-
I would have never picked up on that.
No
Hey,
cerveza.
Ed, that's why you sound like Foster Brooks.
What's the matter? You don't like cerveza más fina?
I even got the hiccups.
Hey, Pates, I don't know if you're old enough. Do you remember Foster Brooks?
No, but I know Foster's beer.
No. Go on, after you're done with this, go on YouTube and just type in Foster Brooks, any one of the Dean Martin roast, and type in Foster Brooks. You'll laugh your butts off.
Okay, definitely will.
He was a famous comedian that mimicked a drunk man, and just it'll knock your socks off.
Love it. Love it.
But that's what Nate sounds like now.
Love it.
You know what it is? I'm on the fence now if I want to buy a crankshaft straightener tool or not. I don't know if I want to.
It's not worth it.
Where the hell did that come from? All of a
I've
sudden?
always wanted one,
many
but now I
crank
got like
you got?
5 mowers that have bent crankshafts. I'm like, I don't know what the hell to do with
Yeah,
that.
but what kind of engine?
They're all bricks.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's not worth it for me to open them up. It really isn't.
Yeah, no, it isn't.
But now I got 5 of them. I don't know what the oops, I won't curse. I don't know what to do. I was gonna wait till I get a bigger garage, but now I got more than what I ever wanted to bargain for. So I'm on the fence if it's worth it or not. It's been a while since I looked one up.
Yeah.
You know how close I could really dial them in.
I don't know. Hey, Mark.
Everybody say hi, Mark.
Hey,
What's up, Mark?
Hey, Mark.
hey.
Do any of you guys even own a crankshaft straightener tool? Just out of curiosity.
I
Somebody
had
has
one that I made. I actually made one. I had set screws and all the clamps and stuff, but I ended up having maybe 1 or 2 per year. And then the ones that were bent, people were bringing in like Hondas, and I can get the cranks for like $12. It was cheap,
Hey, Mark.
you know.
Really?
It's real cheap lately.
Brand new crank or?
Yeah, Honda lowered their prices like 90% on parts when the Chinese started pumping in all those Honda engines.
Oh,
Because no one was
okay.
fixing the Hondas.
Everyone.
Yeah, I haven't had a bent crank on a Honda, knock on wood, but I got 5 brakes from Quantums to even the new Chinese
I'm
plastic
not.
ones.
I'm up here.
Oh, Nate.
Either I thought who has a straightener? Is it Mick or Roy? One of them has one.
I don't
they?
think so.
I could swear. I'll bet you $1.
Oh, Barnyard has one.
I'll do it.
I'll bet you $1.
Daryl has one.
I think one of them has
Daryl
one.
has one.
It's the one that's mounted on the table. That's what Boneyard's got?
Yeah, it's just a weldment, and you're putting 2 this way and 1 this way and going against them, and just like a regular straightener.
What do those go for typically?
like
Used?
$300. Can't get them.
200-300 depending.
What do you mean you?
But
can't
you
get
know
them
what?
used?
You got an arbor press? You have an arbor press?
Yeah.
The thing is, though, the problem is, are you going to take it out or are you going to keep it in the engine? The ones that they
Aw.
sell are that you keep it on the end on the mower still, and it fits underneath, and you can adjust it. That's why it's a little more money. You have to take it out. You know,
Wait, which one?
they sell one that's a compact unit that it fits underneath the deck, the mower deck, so you have to
Okay.
take the engine off.
I have
But
to look.
most
I
of the
didn't see
time,
that
You
one.
want that extra inch or so sticking out so you can fit it in your fixture. You know. But I've
Yeah.
seen people like we've taken sledgehammers and just bang, 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 or whatever. And if it don't fix it, throw it out.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing. I've been smacking it for a while. I don't use a dial indicator. I just take on the tool truck they have the Blue Point magnetic extendable pen per se. I stick that on the deck and I just rotate it till I get to the high spot, mark it, and just start smacking.
Yeah.
But it's never perfect,
So let's talk dollars and cents.
There is no dollars.
Those 5 machines, if you got them up and running, what would be the flip on them?
No, I mean it's worth it, but I don't know if it really takes.
So then stop being cheap. How much space does a straightener take up? A lot of space?
It's supposed to go mounted on
my
a work table, and you guys know what my work table is, right?
Yeah.
I'm mounted.
You should. A lot of people.
Stop being cheap.
No, but take a straightener, mount it to a piece of tubing with a hitch receiver, put it in back of your Mandingo. That way.
Yeah, well, you know what? Honestly, I have
stuff like that.
when it gets really, really cold out, I work in the basement. So I have a table in the basement that I put like just small snow blowers on. So I was gonna mount it there.
We have a full basement downstairs, and the second half of it is all his stuff. You could totally put it down there in the meantime.
Oh yeah, I was gonna put it there no matter what, but I just don't know if it's really worth the $300.
Now,
Yeah, but-
educate me for a second, Ken. How come? Will you stop pushing your smelly body up against me, please? Oh my god! Every time you move your rear end, an odor comes out.
Hey, hold on. To be fair, you should Febreze him like an old chair. You should Febreze him from time to time.
I Lysoled everything of his when he walked in, and it's still not enough. Ken, how come?
You gotta
these
have him wear a pine-free air freshener around his neck.
I want to put one of those car fresheners around his hoo-hoo-hoo.
Pine-free.
How come those straighteners don't come up used? How come they don't come up like Craigslist and whatnot? People don't sell them secondhand? No?
They're very rare.
Usually they're in a shop for 30 years, 40 years, and they throw them away because no one knows what the hell they are.
Oh, okay.
People will send it right to the scrapyard or the junkyard or whatever when they clean out somebody's garage after they're dead.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
Like, what the hell is this? There's just like a piece of metal.
Got it.
Yeah, but you know what though, Jason? Go online. There's guys that have plans for them and even YouTube videos. Make your own if you can weld.
Very nice. So the thing is like I just want to, like I said, I don't mind spending the money. I just want to make sure if I can dial it in real.
Go, Nate,
I just have to do some more research. It's been a while since I looked one up.
Oh my God, where's Nate running?
He's not.
He's
running on a quad.
He's on his quad. Yeah.
Do we?
I think the
want him on
Michelob
quad
Ultra
right
is
now?
kicking in.
It's empty. Okay.
Do we trust Nate on the quad right now?
Around here,
He's only had a couple of tall boys. So.
Anywhere in this state, he would have already been pulled over and charged with a Dewey.
I was gonna say definitely here too.
Connecticut is like so uptight, dude.
Yeah.
Hazard County.
I super
Long
want to
Island,
move
he
to
would have made it down the
Florida. I super want to move down there.
Oh my.
I'm thinking if I can get somebody to flip, if somebody flips a 4-wheeler on my live stream, it might go viral. I might get some more likes.
It might get.
Let's just hope hold on.
Give him another tall boy, Ed. He'll be there.
Let's just hope that
Yeah,
he's
I know, right?
at the time.
We don't want him to get hurt. We just, we want the video.
Well, he figures all his neighbors are quarantined inside, so what the hell, right?
Exactly.
But we also want Nate to be in one piece.
Yes. Who else is going to do burnouts? We can't.
Oh
who else
my.
is going to do burnouts?
Oh, he's going awfully fast down that street.
I wonder if he's going to the liquor store.
Nate's gonna be on YouTube or Facebook. You know, the guy who gets pulled over drunk and he's riding that high low.
Yeah, that live PD show.
Yeah, he's on the high low, and so the cop pulls him over, so he doesn't want to come off it, so he just goes higher up. And so then he calls the fire department, and they activate the safety, and the thing comes coming back down.
So, Mark, what have you been up to?
Oh, just trucking.
Oh, you're over the road, or are you local?
No, I run over into New York and Connecticut, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, Texas, Kansas.
I
Oh,
live
wow.
in Connecticut.
so you're a simple. Are you? So who do you work for? Peter? Are you an owner operator or?
No, I'm owner operator.
Very nice.
Yeah, I'm dedicated. I haul for Kraft Foods. Anything made by Kraft, I haul it
Oh,
refrigerated.
that's awesome.
Okay. Very nice.
Thank you
Oh,
for
so
being
you probably deliver to places like CNS Warehouse in Connecticut.
Yeah, that and there's a Target place up there in Danbury, right outside of Danbury that we go
Oh,
into.
okay, yeah, that's over on the New York side, yeah.
Yeah. And then I go out there in Long Island, Bronx, and that.
We're from
Yeah,
Long Island.
CNS
Where are you from?
CNS is in Windsor Locks. That's in Hartford County.
Yeah.
We're Long Island, Mark. You definitely have a little accent. Where are you originally from?
Hello.
My family's originally from Melrose, Massachusetts.
Oh, okay.
Really?
Yeah.
That doesn't sound like Massachusetts.
Yeah. You got a little twang.
No cab. Pack the cab.
Well, I left Massachusetts and moved to Virginia, and then had
There you
open
go.
heart surgery, and they brought me back to Ohio. So I'm in Ohio.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So when you pick up a craft, do you go to a distributor or do you go straight to like a retail store?
No, I don't do any retail stores. I do all the big DCs,
Okay.
like Walmart distribution, Target distribution, right from the craft plant.
Oh.
Yeah, all the distribution centers.
Yes.
Oh, okay, because we have an account with Cowan Trucking. They do all the Cozy Shack. But they almost and they do milk too. But they go from Cozy Shack, and some of the trucks go to retail locations, and then some of them go to distribution centers.
Mark, do you pick up like Kraft in Pennsylvania or local to you?
No, I pick up craft over in Allentown, Pennsylvania, all over the place. Texas. There, I run out of 42 plants of craft.
Wow. You're on the road a lot.
I just did 3 weeks before I came home this weekend.
Wow.
Not bad. Not bad.
Well, I think we're getting ready to go into a big shutdown once Trump announces on Tuesday, because they're routing all of us home.
Really?
Yeah, Scott Keller was on this morning
Yeah.
saying something's coming down this week. So.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a martial law like upstate New York. We had to deal with the
serious?
we had to deal with the military up there and carry.
Well, Rhode Island, right?
passes.
Rhode Island has the National Guard at the border.
Dude,
Yeah.
Connecticut right now, they're fighting it tooth and nail. Like
Yeah.
our governor is a freaking Yahoo. He's nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell he's fighting for, because I mean, seriously, bud?
Well,
Yeah.
Come on.
they tried that 14-day order for everybody to stay at home,
No one
but
listens.
they're using that for a vacation and just
Yeah.
out traveling and doing everything. And
Getting sick.
they just announced this morning that the United States has more of the coronavirus in the United States than China, Italy,
Yeah.
or over in what's the other one? Spain. That we are
Seriously?
the highest. Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
We are the highest of all the
China's
countries
numbers are
right
starting to go back up, I was told yesterday, actually.
Mhm.
Tuesday, I was out in Indianapolis, Indiana, and they announced 492 new cases Tuesday morning.
Yeah, overnight, like last
Overnight.
night.
Yeah.
400
7 deaths.
400 and something here as well. So we're up
Yeah.
toward 2,000. We were like a hair under 2,000. We're probably over that as of right now.
Right. But
For
up in-
Connecticut.
in New York, upstate New York, the Army National Guard's out there working the borders and everything
yeah.
else, because they're
Oh,
just
yeah.
gonna it's gonna come down to martial law, and I imagine it'll happen Tuesday, and they told us it'll last 14 days.
Yeah.
Uh,
So I have papers that I travel with. I have yet to get pulled over or stopped
It's
here
not
on Long Island. Has that happened to you? And if so, where?
It's just right now, the only ones I know of is up in upstate New York. We
Okay.
dealt with it whenever we went into New York coming out of PA.
Okay.
Oh, so they stop you at the border to check.
Oh
That's
yeah.
it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you don't have them documents, you're not going.
Yeah. So, Mark, what you were referring to just now, there was a gentleman on a live this morning that was talking about a route he does for a big company that they were talking about shutting down. And I work with a close friend who works for another real big distributor trucking company. And they were talking about shutting down for almost a month too. And this fine gentleman's like, no, it's never going to happen. Never. Trump was just on an hour ago, and he was mentioning pieces of what you're talking about right now. And,
yes. The only way that China, Spain, and Italy had stopped that virus was they locked their country down. They let it bottom out for 14 days.
Yep.
So the only way we're going to stop it in the United States is what we're being told is we're going to have to go on a lockdown for 14 days.
Yep.
And Trump announced that, like you said an hour ago, that this is going to go on till April 30th.
yes,
Now think
that's what he
about
said.
it. This first 14 days will be up April 6th. So the 7th and 8th, you can just about bet that there'll be an announcement that we are locked down and nobody will be working other than medical haulers.
See, so we deliver medical. So I'm a union heavy duty diesel mechanic by trade, but I work for a big company. So we have horror hands, in everything.
Yeah,
Hey,
that
is it
would
raining
be.
over there?
We'll do mail, medical supplies,
Well, they're not concerned about mail. The main thing they're worried about is medical, and that will be few and far between as ordered.
Yeah.
One truck will go out and make the delivery,
Yeah.
make the loop, and back in.
Trump was saying, though, even the medical supply delivery, which is what he needs to be briefed on, even medical supply deliveries are going to be taken over by federal martial law, and they're not going to need trucking companies like him to do that because they want everybody secured in-house. Doctors and nurses are going to be the only ones who are going to be considered essential.
Yes,
Hey, is it raining over where you are right now?
No.
No,
it's
where
not raining.
Patty is.
What was that?
Is
Where?
it raining where you are?
Raining?
Hold on. I'll go check. Wait a minute.
Wait, he's got no pants on. Hold on.
I almost got
It's the video.
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
It's raining.
It's raining crazy here right now.
It was like that this morning. It's just drizzling now.
Yeah, it was raining pretty good earlier, but no, it's raining real good. Like it was raining worse than this earlier this morning, but for a very short time. It was like a burst, and this has been going on for a little bit now. So
Yeah, it looks like
It's
North
supposed to break this week.
Connecticut did it bad.
So, Mark, what you were saying, so then after that, so if martial law comes along that there's going to be no trucks on the road except for basically military, they'll take over hauling.
Exactly.
And then, interesting.
Yeah.
See, I'm not saying I'm naive or I'm just refuse to watch the news about all this nonsense.
And my,
Hey, Boneyard.
Hey, man, thanks, Boneyard. We'll be in touch if I decide to take you up on that offer, but probably are.
I don't think it's that you're naive. I think you just didn't believe it was going to get to
No,
this level,
it's-
but the country's not getting any better. The scary part is that we're not even at the worst of it yet. Unfortunately, they're saying in 21 days from now we'll be at the worst of it.
the rain got harder just now. I could hear it. It's crazy right now. It's nutty.
yeah,
rain.
my son is in the National Guard out of Cleveland. So we
Oh, God
get
bless.
he's pretty high up in the military, so we get a little bit of in and outs what he can tell us.
Yeah.
But right now Trump's worried about leaks, but Trump is going to address this Tuesday. So everybody's suspecting that this is what's going to happen because me and my son both are with the largest trucking company in the United States, and they routed both of us home.
Got
Jesus.
it.
And
Yeah, so-
then,
Thank you for what your son's doing out there.
Yeah,
Appreciate
me too.
it. Thank
So,
you.
well,
all right, I work
we
for
knew-
Robert Trucking.
we knew something was up whenever they let us violate the 70-hour work week and told us
Yeah.
just to keep running. And then they
Yep.
upped our weights to where we're, instead of running 80,000 gross, we're running 120,000.
Yeah.
So, and in the food warehouses, they've been tying us up 12, 14, 16 hours to get in just to do a drop and a hook, because I do no live unload or load. I drop and hook trailers, and that's it. But when it takes that long, the warehouses are trying to make these grocery stores look bare and everything, but there is no shortage or anything. They're just not. They're just like holding up, and it's
Yeah.
crazy.
It was very interesting. I told him the other day I did make one trip out just to get a few items, and we're fine. And I checked on his parents, and it was interesting because the manager at the grocery store said to me, you know, I got only what I needed. I didn't want to be greedy about anything. And the manager goes to me, ma'am, you're entitled to X, Y, and Z. He goes, I suggest you take what you're entitled to, because we're going to be only open a certain number of days soon. He
Right.
goes, so you're not going to be able to get back here often. And I thought that was very kind of him to look out for me and,
Right.
and suggest I take what I was entitled to. So
Right.
it's interesting.
But the amazing part of this whole thing is, did you see that what Trump had said an hour ago on that TV about him paying people not to go to work, and they are using this as a vacation, so
Yes.
this has to come to a halt.
Yes.
So he gave out a little bit on what he's going to announce on Tuesday.
Now it's interesting because I'm on the education side of things. And so at first, my husband was a little naive about it. And he goes, isn't this going to be nice for you just being home? And my husband's been seeing, in order for us to still get our salary, I've been putting in, there was a night the other night, I was going to almost 11:30 at night, still doing the online teaching, talking to parents, still working with parents. And I'm working 7 days a week now. I came late to Ed's live tonight because I just got done teaching 2 parents online. So that's the only way the government's still paying me. But I have colleagues now who can't teach students. Other professionals in the school, they're not getting paid now. So, it's hard out there for a lot of people who can't do, with the work from home, unfortunately.
Right.
It's hard. It's hard.
Yep. It'll be interesting come Tuesday to see what it is.
Yeah. Tuesday is going to be a big one to listen to them.
They haven't. I work for Ryder. They haven't mentioned not one peep, not one sound. If anything, they keep telling us, you're on call, full steam ahead, and that's it. That's it. No breaks, nothing. We're wrenching. That's it. They didn't say anything to us about no shutdown. They just said to people like me and a few other guys, like, you're here for the long haul, and that's it. No ifs, ands, or buts. It's crazy right now.
Yeah, everything's crazy because nobody knows exactly where it's going to go just right yet.
But you figure, with the company like mine, and we have our hands in almost anything and everything per se in the industry, that we would have some sort of, insight, per se, like, hey guys, listen, man, stock up on parts or something, like nothing,
Well, it wouldn't really do no good because if he enforces martial law, you won't be going to work. There won't be nobody working. The whole country will be shut down. There won't be a gas station to go to. There won't be a grocery store to go to. You will be locked down, and that is it, other than a medical emergency.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was trying to explain.
They'll take care of all the trucks.
What's
Yeah.
They'll
that?
use their truck.
What's that, Ed?
I said the military will take care of the trucks. It'll be their trucks
Yeah.
they're running.
Driving.
So
Exactly. His job will not be needed. He'll just be sitting there. So to stock parts, do anything, the only thing you need to worry about is stock your house and be ready for 14 days.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Thanks for the heads up, Lord.
Yeah,
I'm kind of
it
I'm
was
kind of a
just
funny note.
totally amazing that for some reason I had a load going to Fort Worth, Texas. They pulled me off that load and sent me into Champaign, Illinois to load a load coming back to Ohio. And I'm like, what's going on? And then the same thing happened to Rich, Ed. He was going to the Carolinas. They turned him around. He's at home now as well.
Mm.
And we're like, okay, what's going on? But they're not telling us anything
Yeah.
other than we don't know what's going to happen next week.
You work for JB
I'd rather
Hunt?
give you guys a heads up.
What's that?
You work for JB Hunt or?
No. I am leased on. Me and my son both are leased on to. Swift Transport bought us all out.
Oh, Swift. Okay. Yeah.
Swift is the largest trucking company. They own Dick Simon, Convent, Knight Industries, plus themselves. They're over 150,000 strong.
Yep. I believe
And
it.
as far as work-wise, pay-wise, best company that we've ever pulled for.
Mhm.
But and the bad part of it is I just bought a new Kenworth, and so did my
Congratulations.
son, and we're looking at this like, okay, what's going to go down now? A lot of
What do
money
you got
tied
in
up
the
and no
Kenworth?
answers.
What do you got in the Kentworth?
It's got that C15.
Oh, okay.
Did you get your sensor problem? Did you get your sensor problem fixed?
No, in fact, it's messing up now again. It's that radar system. It'll throw the brakes on and throw codes and stuff. In fact, it's going to go to Kenworth again.
You got that module in the front of the bumper, right?
Yep, and I can't do away with it. It runs the whole truck.
Disgusting, man. Disgusting.
Nothing but a headache.
We have a lot of problems with those with the guys who run in the colder climates. You get a little ice, little snow in front of that thing, useless.
Even rain
Okay.
or snow. And basically what I'm being told is it is a wiring harness going down to the transmission.
Now it's funny, you have that big old truck costing a whole lot of money. When that goes down, it's like a dealership, like a car. Here's your courtesy truck for the day. That's not.
No, that doesn't cut it.
You're
That
freaking
doesn't
out.
cut it because the wife and I didn't go cheap on this truck. I mean, it's got heated seats, it's got refrigerator. It's complete decked out truck, and I got over 126,000 just in this tractor.
Yep,
And
absolutely.
More than what I paid for my wife's house. That's a bad subject, but I'm not even going to go there with it. But, yeah, Ed, I see you laughing. But
Now, if you don't mind me asking, how come you didn't go the route of like an older truck, but completely redone? So you have no DEF, no ABS nonsense, unless you run certain places where you have to have emissions.
there's where the catch-22 comes in. 10 years and newer,
Wow.
or they will not lease you on. 10 years or newer,
How interesting.
because they don't want the breakdowns. They want you running.
We have a couple of guys that we handle their maintenance, and they have a couple of trucks completely redone, no DEF. But when they get to port, right, they have to pull outside of port, and then they pay somebody else to take the load in. They don't have emissions.
Uh-huh.
It's a shame what they do to you guys, man. It's really a shame.
Well, we knew it was getting really bad because we couldn't get no hot meals or anything like that. They shut down all of our restaurants in the truck stops and everything. And then you go into the plants and all this stuff, and all we have is porta johns out in the parking lot.
Yep.
Yeah, and, you know, it's been getting real miserable because you can't get a meal or nothing.
Where we are, my shop was late to the game per se, as far as trying to lock down the shop and whatnot. So we had a lot of drivers, you know, that have a ride or truck, and if they went to go to a drop and they were like, you can't come in the building for a couple of hours, instead of just hanging out, they would just make our way to our shop, you know, hang out in the break room, watch TV, coffee, you know, drinks, the whole line, when we should have been on lockdown too.
Right.
It's crazy.
Right.
Well, I'm ready to start going back to breakfast again.
I can eat breakfast all day. I like French toast.
Hey, Ed, I'm going to try something tomorrow because I went by Patty's and they're still open. So I'm going to get a hold of Carrie in the morning and see if we can go in the back door maybe and order breakfast and sit in there and eat and talk since we know them so well, and then get out of there.
The restaurant we go to for breakfast is called Patty's Place.
Aw, like spelled the same as ours?
No, probably Patty.
He said yes.
No, it's spelled the same as you guys.
Get out of here.
Yeah,
And
it
you
is.
want to know something? After our live on last Saturday, I made him like eggs, French toast, bacon. I made a Patty's breakfast. Aw.
Ed, I think we got to go to New York.
I tell Ed all the time, if he lived closer, he's got a place at my table any day. Any day.
Oh, that would be hard living up there, though. My gosh, the traffic. Woo.
Oh, yeah.
Traffic, cost of living. Jesus, forget it.
The George Washington Bridge.
It sounds like you live in Connecticut.
The George Washington's always a headache. Always
Yeah.
a headache.
So isn't the Throg's Neck.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Pick your poison.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ken, what are you eating anyway?
Well, this is bundle up for the panic, so nachos. When in doubt, you got the canned chili, the nachos, and the cheese and the beans, so and ground beef.
I think we have like 5 packages of chicken left, and then a few cans of beans. Oh, and
I just asked my wife and kids, how long do we stay? They said 2 years.
Tonight we missed spaghetti meatballs, and I made him homemade chocolate chip cookies. He's like my big 5-year-old.
These I call these chocolate chip surprise. Oh wow!
Oh,
These are great. Yeah, surprise. Those aren't chocolate chips.
Yeah, but he's got neighbors that bake him good stuff too.
Yes, they do.
Yes, I'm sure there's surprises
But
inside.
surprises inside.
Yeah, but I heard what kind of neighbors he has. They're his best friends, not hers.
Oh, that's true. But you want to know something? They've been laying very low lately. They really have.
But
Well,
I think it was something.
they
I
were-
think it was something to do with that mullet.
Yeah.
Hey, I got one for you. You ready? Hey, do these cookies taste like strychnine to you?
Oh lordy.
Yeah, well, the neighbors were concerned because I wasn't home for like a couple of days, according to them. So they knocked on the door and wanted to know if everything was okay and if I got corona or not. But my wife explained to them no.
I said, no, he's fine. He's just working long hours. And all they cared about was him. His car has.
Well, they see that you're alive.
Holding up. How are you holding? Do you need anything?
Don't
So
mind me.
they wanted his.
I said 1, 2, 3.
They wanted his new address.
Guys, don't ask her if she needs anything. They just want to know if I'm okay.
Oh lordy.
Him, I said, you better be nice to me because one day I said, if you're ever not nice to me, I'm going to let them all in our house and I'm going to lock you from the outside in with all of them.
Oh lordy.
Yeah. That's I'll tell,
Deadbolt you in the house.
so I'll tell you
got-
it's a funny story, I guess, right? So our bedroom overlooks their hot tub. Just the way it works out. We didn't plan on it. It was to fall this bedroom from the street. So in conversation, they divulged that they don't wear any clothes in the backyard, which is fine. It didn't take us long to figure out what the hell goes on over there because the female in the relationship is deaf. So when things go down, he probably sounds like a dying horse.
He's very nice. But he kind of sounds like Orca the whale when he gets excited.
Yeah. So a couple of nights previous, I can't say a dream. I guess it'd be like a nightmare where they like ask me to go like check out their sink because it's leaking. And I go through the front door and another one is hiding behind the door. And as soon as I walk through the front door, he hits me over the head and he knocks me out.
I said, that's a nightmare. That's a nightmare.
So there's nothing in between. If she gets home from work and she finds me in the foyer or the entryway of the house, butt naked, she's screaming and yelling at me, accusing me of drinking all day long, and I'm a hot mess express. But I don't have the courage to tell her what happened or where I was. So now because of that dream, I will never step inside their house. If it can't be done in the driveway of their front of their house, it won't happen. Now, number two is I was in a dream. I was on a beach. I don't know why or where or when. A nice, like, you know, like the C-word commercials where what was it, life is a beach or whatever?
Absolutely not.
3:30 in the morning, I wake up because we kept our windows open. They're fussing around in the freaking hot tub. I was so mad. So I guess them tussling around in the water made me dream that I was in the water. I said, no. That can't happen.
Hold on. If anyone's wondering why he dreams of them so often, raise your hand.
Did something happen to you at SeaWorld?
You know what? Never been to SeaWorld.
Did something happen to you? Hey, did something happen to you at Mystic Marine Life Aquarium?
You know what? Where's the one?
We actually did go there this summer.
That used to be one of my favorite places to go.
It's very cool. Unfortunately, all this happened before I went to Mystic.
Is there any memory from a childhood you'd like to
No,
talk about?
no, I blame it on them. Well, what about the picture? Oh, so speaking about, when we came back from Rhode Island, right? They have chest hair. One of them, I took a picture. I said, listen, no one's going to believe me. No one is going to believe me when I tell them this. I said, I'm going to tell them this. One of them shaved their chest hair, so it's like a single piece bikini. So it was like a mankini. So it was like he had the low cut chest hair, the straps, the whole nine. I'm like, no one is going to, like, hold on.
One of them's a little trendier than the other. So, like, he explained that it was like,
trend.
no. He explained it was for like a tank top that he was wearing. But, like, what guy shaves his chest hair to match his tank top is the question, you know? So, his own.
I will neither confirm nor deny any of these allegations.
But yeah, other than that, I mean, they're really good to us. I mean, well, to me, I don't know about her, but no, they're good. They just have their quirks.
Here's the thing. I think they know that they like push his buttons in a funky way.
Yes.
And they play with him, if you know what I mean. So they know that he gets a little uncomfortable at times, and they play with him in a certain way to make him uncomfortable. I think it's hysterical.
Sweet.
They
That
just
sounds like you live next door to me.
It's like sometimes like they scream and yell so the neighbors could hear, like in the middle of like a snowstorm. They said, "Hey Jason, when are you gonna come over and blow us?" Like, really? Really? It's like, come on. If anybody was walking by, it's like, oh man.
And it's snow blowing.
Yes.
Snow blowing.
But then why can't they say that? Why can't they say that?
Because they know it makes you uncomfortable.
Yeah, but I don't. Maybe she says my body language gives it all away. I try not to.
Well, when you put your arm around
yeah, okay.
Call their bluff. Next time they say something like that, say, "I'll blow you anytime, sweetheart."
Oh no! I guess no.
I'm a little nervous.
Yes. Then they might really just bop me over the head and take me in. Then you won't see me for a week.
We've already established she's not a very big guy. So.
But he looks good in a French maid outfit.
Yeah, I know.
He sure does. Oh my! Can you imagine if they ever came across that?
Oh no. That's why we do it from the safety of our home, not outside. You won't see me doing that outside.
Too funny. Poor Mark is wondering what he's walked into
what he's
this
doing.
evening.
Yeah, but you know what? But
this poor man is wishing he's on the road right now.
Yeah, but you know what? Now that we know much, like we have to order my outfits for Saturday before things get locked down. We gotta go.
Ken, you're muted.
Yeah.
I said, Mark, it starts out every week as a small engine chat, and then it morphs into the bazaar.
Yeah, it was funny because you guys was talking about an armature turner and everything, and all of a sudden we're talking about his neighbors next door.
But keep in mind, Captain Jerk, we were talking about crank straightener. You know what's on his mind. Come on.
Oh, Ken took it there, not me.
Yep. Very true.
Oh, Lordy.
Well,
I'm glad we got a mechanic in here. For the wheels are falling off this bus.
Yeah.
Well, okay, Ken, I want to know: is it one of those crank straighteners that you plug into the wall, or is it battery operated?
It's
Hand operated.
Oh,
Ed's got the grip.
thanks, Ed. Thank
And
you.
remember G.I. Joe's Kung Fu grip, right?
Oh, we gotta I'm trying to modernize here.
Let's bring this back.
Oh, see, MC Engineering is trying to behave us all.
Oh, Mudster, how you doing?
You know, Munster knew what we were talking about.
Hi, James Faust.
Oh, there's James. That's my buddy James. He's in the hospital, so wish him well, guys.
Well,
prayers, James. We probably
MC
frightened him.
And
MC
Mrs.
did
P,
come on
he's
and
a
say
big,
that-
Chris, James is a very big fan of yours. So
Aww.
and
He's
Chris.
very sweet. Always so kind when I'm on here. Now, Ken, is he? So he's back in? I thought he was out of the hospital.
no, he's been in for a while.
Aw.
Hey, it's funny, Mark, Mr. Faust there, who's on the stream or on the chat, owned a trucking company for like 40 years. So anything about trucking, he's your guy.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. Aw. Well, we'll definitely be saying our prayers.
Yeah, we'll add you.
Absolutely.
We'll add you.
I talk to him every day.
Aw, wonderful. Yeah, no, he's a big supporter around here. He's a wonderful guy.
Well, he's also a big moderator. He was the first moderator on Matt's channel.
Yeah. Aw.
Oh, okay.
Another good egg over there. Matt's a good guy too. Good guys.
So
Aw.
Ed, what'd you do? Put your motor on hold, or they're not selling the parts, or what?
They're working, but you can't go pick up the parts.
Really?
Yeah,
They'll
and
ship them.
I saw on your video.
Okay.
Yeah,
Was you using my heads then on your new motor? What about the valves? Did you go the 300s or you going with the shorter stem?
I haven't decided yet.
Okay.
Does Mark do pulling too?
Yes.
Yeah.
What about just changing your roller rockers over to the style that I was running on those heads to begin with?
That's what I was thinking, but Lakota wants $205 just for the rockers for the 1.5s. I can get that whole kit from Midwest for $180 and run the longer valves.
Yeah, but you got to look at it like this too, Ed. Though, if you're going to have $5,000 in the motor, what's another $300?
True.
You get what you pay for. Just my motor now, the one that we're going to put together, I'm going to have just shy of 10.5 in that motor.
That's a garden tractor, Jason.
Yeah, I know. And you guys run the same class? Or you guys in a different class?
No, I run against him. He beats me all the time.
Are you guys in unlimited or what's the class?
Unlimited.
Yeah, but you, Mark, can attest to it. My little 39 cubic inch held its own against them 45s.
Now, is
It
that
runs
gas
good.
or alcohol?
Alcohol.
You know,
Ed was on gas.
my-
Ed was on gas and was struggling, and I give him a carburetor to switch him all over to alky and everything, and he really come along.
They run a lot cooler too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, before I switched over to alky, in 8 seconds I was hitting 290 degrees. So it was getting pretty hot on gas.
What is Captain Jerk doing over there?
So I mean,
Looks like-
Ed, your intro video, are you on gas or alcohol?
That's on gas, and that was my first year as a modified. I'd have to look at it again. I think I'm still running turf tires.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's he got? A Buck Rogers gun there? What's he doing?
This is an old school wire stripper.
Ah,
It peels the jacket off. You see that little blade inside there?
Yep.
You stick
Nice.
that right in there. And you go like that. There you go.
So,
Yeah, hey Mark.
so Ed runs a Kohler. What are you running, Mark?
Kohler.
So I guess Kohlers are popular for pulling then.
Oh yeah. You can't. It's pretty hard to destroy them.
yeah. What are you running? Like a 13 fin 16 block?
No. I run
Yeah.
25 Kohler Command.
Oh, the twins. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. I got that thing's so bored out and sleeved and blocks welded up and reinforced, and it's got a lot of goodies to it.
What about your transmission?
Just running a Cub Cadet transmission with bigger gears and everything in it.
How many discs you running though? 2, 3?
Double, 2.
Double.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Jason, they sell. You could buy red spring, green spring, all the different springs for the clutch discs and all that.
Okay, yeah, I don't do
There's a science to it.
What do you
Go to like Dakota Racing or Don Vote or one of those places. You'll see all the stuff. Midwest, Super Cub. There's all different websites where you can see all that crap.
And I actually have a video, Jason, on back when I rebuilt my clutch, took it apart, cleaned it up, and put it all back together. You can see what it is. Mine's a little different because mine's what they call a Doom clutch. It's specially made by a company, Lakota Racing. It's their signature clutch, and it's a double disc. It's got a real heavy spring on it, but the shaft going back is a 1-inch shaft that everything runs on.
Now, are those race clutches the aluminum disc then, or what?
No, they're like a Kevlar material with aluminum backer.
Oh.
And it's got one driver and 3 floaters.
Won't stay in there tonight.
I'm sorry, 2 pressure plates and a floater in between the 2 discs. So, and then, like Mark, if I remember correctly, you got a dart rear end in yours, right?
What's that?
You got a dart carrier in yours, right?
Yeah, dart carrier and axles.
Right. I'm running the fine spline 2-piece carrier out of a hydrostat
Oh,
in mine right now. Yeah, and I do have a dart carrier and axle to put in another transmission. I just have to have machine work done on it.
When does your season start for you guys?
99.0.
Well, it's supposed to start the beginning of May.
Oh yeah.
What was that?
It's supposed to start the beginning of May, but it's on hold right now.
Oh, you guys been getting emails on that or no? Where it's just you guys are just assuming.
They post on Facebook. So there's Matt in the chat right now.
Ed, has anybody even put a schedule out?
How are you, kind sir?
Yeah, the Dirt Diggers did, and the other one did. Hustlers, they posted a work day, but then they postponed it.
Okay.
Are you guys gonna try and do some backyard stuff to try and squeeze some stuff in, or just you guys gonna hold that?
I'm just gonna take the time to build my motor.
Yeah. Well, we could have did backyard things, except for I sold my sled and everything.
You could use your Kohler to pull the Kentworth around to keep the mileage down.
Nah, that won't work either. Oh Lord.
We could go old school, Mark, and go dead sled.
No, I'm done with that. That costs too much money. I break too much stuff.
That's a dead sled is just a pan with a bunch of weight on it. Usually right around 2,500, 3,000 pounds, and you start it from a dead stop. And you break axles, you break carriers, tear clutches up.
Yeah, well, what are you pulling in your video? Because that looks like that was from a dead stop. Because you wheelied up.
Yeah, that was my sled there that he's hooked to.
Oh, so you have your homemade sled?
No, we did a lot of work on that thing. It used to have to be pulled back by a tractor, and then we put a motor and hydraulics and everything on it to where we could drive that sled and do fair pulls and all that and everything. Ed was involved in that a lot on that sled.
Is that a club sled, Mark?
No, that was my own personal sled, but yeah, I had a club. Yep.
Very nice.
But what did your sled weigh when the box topped out, Mark, on the pan? What was the final weight on it? Do you know?
It should have been about 3,800, depending on the class.
Now, do you guys, do your towns, do they have little parades?
What's that?
Do your towns have parades where you could take out like your sled per se?
Yeah, they did have and stuff, but we didn't really participate in that stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can't really take one of those alcohol pullers and drive it around for 2-3 hours,
Nah,
No, you were saying the sled that they built is powered on its own, right? Was I understanding that correctly?
Yes, we could. We had a steering wheel. We had all the hydraulics on it, forward, reverse, and it was awesome. Power steering. You could just drive it anywhere you wanted to go. Drive it on and off the trailer. Just whatever you wanted to do with it.
And that was a gas engine or an alcohol?
Gas engine.
Oh, okay.
Now, how do you move that, Mark? With like a low boy or something?
Yeah, just put it up on a trailer. Just drive it. Fold the ramps down. Drive up on. Tie it down and go. I sold it last summer. It's up and now it's in Wisconsin, Ed.
Yeah.
A lot of pulling up there.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that where Don Voigt's out of? Isn't he Wisconsin?
I'm not sure.
But if things work out and this beer virus gets taken over, we get Mark's engine together and stuff. We're planning on hitting some national events come next year, next winter.
Yep.
Anything on the East Coast?
What's that?
Anything on the East Coast?
Virginia. Yeah.
Well, there's Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
That would be the closest one north.
Yeah, it's about 4 hours. That's not bad.
Yeah, but you won't be running the same class as me then, Ed. Because I'll be up in the pro then.
Yeah.
Wait, so you have to go
I'll be
different classes compared to what you guys run locally?
What's that?
Yeah.
When you guys run nationals, there's different classes compared to when you guys compete locally?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. See, like locally, Ed would have to pull in my class, and he's under cube. But he gives him one heck of a run though for being under cubed. He's right up there with them.
Yeah.
I mean, it's amazing. His little small motor would actually it was always pretty much first and second between me and Ed, and there was other tractors in the class, and Ed would smoke them.
That's wild.
Now, what are your classes, though, Mark? Is it weight per cubic inch?
I don't know. No, they're not running it weight per cubic inch. No, it's just a transfer sled loaded down to where they're going to let you out X amount of feet, and then the weight's going to be on you, and it's over. So.
Yeah, well, what you're asking, Ken, yeah, we run the tractor and driver cannot weigh more than 1,050 pounds.
Oh.
And we're limited to a maximum of, they go by horsepower. It's 25 horse, which is a 46.5 cubic inch.
Yep.
That's the biggest class they run. Then they go down from there. Like some of the stock 20s will be 1,000 pound, and then 900 for like the 10 horse classes, but it's the same on the national level, but it's weight class, it's still 1050, but they go by cubic inch. Like Mark will be a 50 cubic inch engine, so he'll be in the pro stock or the outlaw class. Mine will be a 46.5 cubic inch, so I'll be in like a stock altered class, and then sometimes they'll run those two classes together, but I'll get an advantage. I'll have a 13-inch hitch height. He'll have a 12-inch hitch height.
Mm-hmm.
Just to give the different advantages. So sometimes some of them classes, if they're smaller, they'll run the two together, which an inch doesn't sound like a lot on the hitch height, but it changes a lot of geometry.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right? The old lever principle. Yep. Now, what about, do they ever do teardown inspections for the winners?
Yeah, first top three.
What do they do? Is take off the heads and do bores and strokes?
Yeah. Yep.
They dip
them, or they go to you and spot check them.
No cheating.
There's some of them that cheat.
Oh, I know. There was one guy one time, I never forget, my first pull, I took my daughter with me when she was about 12 years old, and we were pulling in one of the fairs in Connecticut, and this guy went and he had a 16 horse, and you guys know the difference, the 9-bolt versus the 10-bolt head, right? So this guy won, and he was going against us with a 10-horse hydro. We had a 10-horse with a hydro in it, and he won, and I look at the motor, I go, wait a minute, that's 16 horse. What are you talking about? And I said to him, I said, 10 head bolts versus 9. That's not a 10 or even a 12 or 14. That's a 16. Oh, he got pissed off. Oh, my God. They go crazy when you
Oh, yeah.
He didn't know I knew because he had the cover over the head, so he couldn't see the head bolts. I looked at it. I go, that's a 10 bolt. That's 16. That's a K341. He's like, what are you talking about? And the judge came over, threw him the hell out.
Oh, yeah. See that all the time.
Well, see, like on the national level, after you pull, as soon as you pull off the edge of the track, they dip your fuel.
Oh yeah, they do a hydrometer.
Yep, they test everybody's fuel while they're coming off the track.
Is it pure methanol, or what are you guys running?
No, it's M1 straight alky.
Oh, okay.
But the M5 Ed will not pass weight and measures,
No, it won't.
and it's in your tank,
Was in my tank.
huh?
It was.
Yeah, but you're gonna have them residue, so you're gonna have to really clean them lines and tank, or it'll ail you.
It got WD-40 put through it.
Well, you can tell them that, but if it would ever show up,
What are they testing? Specific gravity, or how are they actually doing the testing?
it's basically, I believe, the additives that's put to it.
Yeah,
It's a specific gravity, and if you don't pass a specific gravity test, then they do an actual dip test with the chemicals and everything.
yeah. So if it changes color, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
I think Captain Jack's having more fun than us.
Yeah, he's looking pretty busy up there.
I'm making copper coils.
Coils for what?
Just because.
Imagination.
That reminds me of like a door stopper I was telling her. You know, like the door stopper.
I turn them into this.
Oh wow, chainmail, nice.
I cut the links with a saw. I have a jeweler's saw somewhere around here. Well, I take the saw and I cut all the links, and I cut all the links off these coils, and then I turn them into this.
I want to see in a jousting tournament.
I'm not a jouster, but I do make chainmail.
Hey, it looks pretty good. Yeah.
Just because I make
He's
these
got-
equipment doesn't mean I use it.
He's gonna be Tarzan for Halloween. He's making a loincloth.
Hey, Pate, that'd be good for your neighbors. They could wear that only.
Yeah.
No, it's not, Ed. That's Captain's outfit for our live next weekend.
No. It's this
Good
week.
thing we could only see waist up.
It's this weekend coming up.
He's gonna be Tarzan.
You Tarzan, you Jane.
But
Uh,
yeah, Mark. I still gotta go pick up Kenny's tractor yet.
I thought you already did that.
No, I haven't went and got it yet.
That's your brother's tractor you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Remind me to avoid that line.
oh, Matt, I'm expecting you there.
Hey Ed,
We're all gonna be on the up and up.
I was thinking about that 582 that Kenny has. Would I be better off to go that way, or would I be better off to put it in a narrow frame? Because I got a lot of twist problem out of the other one as it is.
Well, the narrow frame, you could go with the fiberglass panels or the aluminum panels.
Yeah, but then I think that would disqualify me at these local tracks, because then it's aftermarket instead of
Sandy,
manufacturing.
yeah, but Sandy runs the. Yeah, but look at what's his face down there. He runs a full aftermarket.
Who's that?
The one from down at Harrison. His frame rails were aftermarket frame rails.
Yeah,
On that John-
my wife's tractor, it's not different frame rails. That's a Cub 102.
But I'm saying the John Deere. What's his name? The one that runs the club down there. Yeah. On that John Deere, that's a narrow frame, ain't it? On that.
Yeah. Well, all them John Deere's pretty much are narrow frames. Narrow,
Right. Those are aftermarket rails.
narrow junk.
I bet you any amount of money those are aftermarket rails. Those aren't factory.
It could be.
That's crazy that they want you guys to maintain a stock frame with all that torque and power you're adding to them. I mean, they have to know that.
Well, you got to put channel iron and stuff inside to strengthen them because of the twist. But I got a 582 now that whenever I launch out of the hole, I'm turning probably 10, 11 grand whenever I come out of that clutch. And it's just, it's twisting it so bad that I'm breaking drive shafts and stuff.
Yeah.
but you can't come out easier because it just fall on its face because of the cam and everything. So
That's
but
the
I
truth.
don't know.
Yeah.
I was thinking about buying them, doing them aftermarket frame rails if I can get away with it.
I'm surprised you guys at this point don't even like fabricate your own frame per se, because it's. I'm not saying it's simple, but it's very small compared to a car or a truck.
Right.
Fabricable?
See, they're big on this OEM stuff.
But I mean, that's crazy though. You're pulling out a 10, 11 grand. You know that thing's gonna twist. You know.
Oh yeah.
What
Yeah.
year is your tractor? Because obviously you guys have to go older. Because the new
Yeah.
stuff ain't gonna cut it. Well, wait, so what year is your tractor, Mark?
Mine's 62.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
I think the rear end's out of like a 1940, 41.
That's pretty crazy that maybe tractor technology. I'm the outside looking in. That from the 40s to now, that you could still get parts upgraded nonetheless.
Well, you
Still,
really can't. It's aftermarket stuff that you got to do a lot of fabricating, grinding, and everything to make it fit, to make it work. But the old rear ends and stuff with the internal brakes hold up like no other. And the blocks, we can sleeve them and everything else. I mean, you can take chunks out of the cylinder wall if you break a rod or something like that, but you can sleeve them, and it's pretty hard to junk a block out. It really is.
Yeah, well, I just had that block sleeve that you gave me, and there was a chunk out of the bottom of it. They welded a piece in it, ground it down, sleeved it, and it's perfectly fine now.
Yeah, Keith does awesome work. I won't use anybody for machining other than Keith. Cams is the only way to go as far as I'm concerned. You might pay a little bit more, but you get what you pay for.
yeah.
You know, you can go to any fly by night and get it done, but if you want it done and it's going to hold together, Keith's the man to do it.
Right.
Hey, Ed, what are you running for rear end in yours? Are you running like a Cub rear end, or what are you running?
Yeah, the 3-speed cast iron Cub. I've got aluminum axle tubes on mine just for weight. You know.
You running any custom spline axles or just stock axles?
I'm running 30 millimeter 2-piece fine splines out of a Hydro. Now, Mark's running a Dodge Dart axles and carriers in his.
With an 8 3/4?
But it's still a Cub Cadet cast rear end. It's just ground out for all the.
Yeah, you can fit the Chrysler, the Pinto gears in those things too.
Yeah.
I've got a set to put in one of my rear ends. I just never had the machine work and stuff done to it because I got 1 or 2 extra cases here to set up, you know, so if something happens, I can swap them out. But like I said, I just haven't went and had the machine work and stuff done to them.
Yeah, I got 2 or 3 of those in my basement too. I used to have 9 or 10 Cub Cadets, but when I used to restore them, now I'm just basically fixing them.
Well, I got
Jack's going to work hard up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tell you, I like the look of that chainmail though, especially copper. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I can make it in any metal you want, but copper is easier and it's more plentiful. It's more forgiving too.
Yeah. But I got a 102 sitting in the garage here. Eventually, someday, I want to put a V-twin in it. I like the way the heads stick out of the past the hood. It just looks like you stuffed a big old motor down in them. You know.
Yeah, I still don't know what I'm gonna do with the old lady's Honda motor. That thing pulls good, but if I could get a cam for that motor, but I don't know if they will regrind me a cam or not for that thing.
What is that, a GX390 you have?
I believe it is. It's
Yeah, they should have.
Somebody's got to be able to do it.
Yeah, it's a Honda. And then, Harbor Freight has the Honda clones, and, they have a crazy aftermarket.
Yeah, but the Honda clones, I checked into that already. That's that Predator motor.
Yep.
And none of those parts that are manufactured for the Predator, which there is a guy doing those, will go into a Honda.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, the
Okay,
parts ain't interchangeable.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
not 100% interchangeable, no.
Because I know with
They look the same, but they're not.
Well, I know anywhere from the 212, which is very popular, up to the 420s, right? They have regular and non-Hemi. So one of them is modeled after a Honda and one of them isn't. And I think the 420, because I run a Hemi 420 on my snowblower, I think is a Kohler, I think if I remember correctly, that the Hemi's modeled after.
I have a 600 as well.
Oh, okay, yeah. Because originally I wanted a V-twin swap my snowblower, and I was going to do one of those. I was going to do a 670. But
Well, you got two V-twins living right next to you there.
What is that? Playing scissors?
I'm sorry, I'm trying to just breathe because he's deploying smoke as he's talking, if you know what I mean. And the country's out of masks. So
Well, it's your cooking that does it to me. What did I eat?
I can
What
barely
did I
breathe
eat?
over
What did
here.
I eat today? Well, you were
Hey.
just bragging.
I just had a bowl of chili, so stay away from me.
Chocolate chip cookies,
No.
and that equals gas.
That's
It's your fault.
My meatball recipe is your grandmother's recipe, and it has no reaction on anybody else like you.
I don't have that violent reaction when she made them. Just
Hey,
saying.
don't feel bad. I can't eat pepperoni at all anymore.
Thank you, Captain.
I'm not kidding. I can't. It will launch me off my seat, or it'll make holes in my pants. One of the two.
Let her rip, Tater Chip.
No, man. You don't even want to be
Dance
around.
when you're home.
That's Crystal. Crystal doesn't want to be around.
It's just an excuse to open up the windows and let fresh air in the house.
We have
Hey,
AC here.
What's the biggest thing of mail you've made, Captain? How big?
This will be the biggest one because this is the largest experiment I've actually attempted. I'm still learning.
Good for you.
Where'd you see it? In a video?
I saw it years ago on public TV, actually.
So you're stripping every individual wire and then making your rings to make your chainmail.
This is 4-strand Romex. There's 4 copper strands in each one. So I'm taking this solid core strand of wire and I wrap it around a screwdriver. I clamp it with this nice little pair of mini
Scripts.
locking pliers right around this. And then I saw every single one.
Coil.
Every single link. I saw them with a little jeweler saw. And I do a lot of the work by hand. Actually, the only part I even use this vise for is to freaking cut the jacket off the damn the wire, because I don't have one of them fancy dancy electric ones where you just feed the thing in and it just goes it does it for you. You know? I don't have one of those, so I do it by hand with a freaking razor knife.
Oh my God. That's a labor of love.
That's it. So I want it. I know how to get it. There we go. I got it. That's it, man.
You got any videos showing your completed mail, Jerk?
What's that?
You have any videos showing some completed mail that you done?
Yeah, this one.
Yeah, that is cool.
and it's
How are the ends terminated though? Is it just crimped? That's it.
what do you mean?
Well, you got the rings, but you're not soldering or brazing or doing anything like that, right? It's just all mechanically just crimped together, or what?
Just like that.
That's it. All right.
No solder. Well, I mean, unless somebody wants to send me one of them fancy dancy, micro welders, the laser ones. Huh? Hint, hint. Huh? Somebody want to send me a laser welder? Huh? I accept all deliveries. Come on.
All deliveries? Oh.
I accept.
I'll send you TP first.
If you're gonna send me some, tools, I'll accept it. Sure.
So, Mark, what do you do with yourself on the days you're not on the road now?
Just spend it with the wife.
Aw, see? That's the way it should be.
No.
The wife and the puppies.
Trash.
Are you working on a project right now, Mark?
No, I'm just getting everything all together to, I'm going to build a new tractor because like Ed was saying, I'll be running Pro Series this next season. So I want to get everything all together for that. I got new tires and rims and the motor. And yes, I know. And the wife said I have to paint her tractor yet. So Ed, we got to paint a tractor.
Are there, I know this might sound silly, but are there like regulation colors? Like, or can you be as creative as you want when you're painting them?
You can do just about anything you want. There's no regulation on color or anything like that.
Oh, very nice.
Go ahead. Be careful. Don't drop that on your toe. You'll break my heart.
On your tractor in the bedroom.
Break my heart, girl. Jeepers. Woo!
Hey, Ed, Mark, I've been out of it for a while, but they still use Douglas wheels?
Yes.
Oh, speaking of that, Mark, you sending any tires out to get sharpened this year?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna take. I got 4 sets. I got 2 sets of Pro tires. That I want to take out, and I want to take the wife's tires out and get them done. But I think I'm going to take them down there to Washington Courthouse, Ohio.
Let me know when you do.
Take off half the tread?
No, we just get them razor sharp on the edges. But Donnie Samples, Lakota Racing, was telling me to take them down there. That's who cuts his for his.
What's it got? A little bit of a chamfer radius on the edge stock?
Yeah, what they do is they cut the backs, they lower the backs and bring the fronts up to where they're just sharp as all can be.
So it digs right in?
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
Well, let me know before you do, because the ones that are on my tractor now definitely need to be done, because I haven't had them done in 3 years.
What about Kenny?
His are still good and sharp.
Well, yeah, because it's set in the garage more than it ever moved.
Yep. The only thing that makes me nervous about that one is it's got that Mikuni slide carburetor on it.
Right. Okay.
As long as I don't.
Hold on a minute, Ed. I got to go get that picture of the wife's tractor so they can see it.
Yeah, as long as I don't open the hood, nobody will say anything. But if I open the hood and they see that slide carburetor in there, they'll probably disqualify.
What do you got? CV carb, Ed?
It's a Mikuni. It's a big Mikuni carb with a slide in it,
like an HSR 32 or something. Oh no, slide carb, like a CV carb with the slide, like a Thunder slide.
Yeah, it doesn't have the barrel. It's got a flat plate slide in it.
Yeah, like a Kean CV carb on a Harley. Their constant velocity. They automatically adjust for atmospheric with a diaphragm.
No, this one doesn't automatically adjust. It's
Yours is
still
the
ran-
cable operated?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. Because in the rules it says it has to be an OME pairing carburetor, and as far as I know, Kohler never used a
Yeah,
Mikuni.
Not a slide carb, no. Maybe on a moped or something, but not on one of them.
Yeah. But the thing runs like a beast, you know. So, like I said, if I don't open the hood around anybody, they would never know because it looks just like mine. It's got the side panels, you know. It's the same. It's a twin tractor to mine, just a different color. But like I said, you know, if they do get caught, I'm like, oh shit, you know, I'll run exhibition and then I'll spend the $500 and buy another carburetor and throw on it, and you know.
Yeah, put a big enough velocity stack, it'll hide it, right?
It's already got a velocity stack on it, but because we run the 2-barrel carb intakes, so they stick straight out sideways.
Yep.
You know. That one will be on gas. I don't know if he wants me to if he'll let me change it over to alcohol or not. And I don't know if that Mikuni will run alcohol. So
now, do you and Mark team up and go to the same events together, or how's that work?
Oh yeah. We run all the same events together and everything. You know, pit together and have lunch together and breakfast together.
Cool racing buddies.
He seems like a real nice guy, Ed.
He is. He has helped me out over the last few years more than I could ever repay him. We have the same mindset, like the couple of local clubs that are like within a half an hour of us.
Mm-hmm.
In their stock classes, in their rules, I don't even know if it says it anymore, but it used to say you have to have a workable governor, not working, but workable. And they took the RPM limit out. So there's guys that's turning 5,000 RPMs on a stock motor.
Wow.
Well, they're not requiring a steel flywheel.
Ooh,
that's not good.
How about a shield, though? You got to do a safety shield?
Nope.
No? Wow.
Nope.
I don't know if I'd be safe around that thing.
Hey, James Sprouse, I tell you, I got some silver wire. Not much. I got a little bit.
And we got pretty vocal about it and stuff and a couple other things. And when he comes back, you can even ask him that even though that, you know, we're top placing tractors at those two clubs, we'll come in last place or get disqualified.
Yeah, but better than losing a leg, Ed.
Oh yeah, that's what I mean. Now up in our class, the modifieds, yeah, you have to have a steel flywheel, you have to have the shielding, all that. But in the stock classes, they weren't, you know, those tractors were not stock.
Wow.
Okay, Ed, I got that picture.
Yay.
All right.
What? Holy no.
Wow. That's cool.
I'm not gonna lie. I was not expecting that. I was
Wow.
Hang on a second here.
That's cool.
You see it on there?
That is cool.
That ain't no tractor.
Wow.
Cut your grass with that one.
That is now. Is that all an artist, graphic artist, or is that a decal? How is that done?
I had graphic arts. He hand airbrushed all that tractor.
Wow, that's talent right there.
I built that tractor from the ground up for my wife.
Aww.
And she actually in Springfield, Ohio, National Quarter Scale Pole, if they would have opened the garage door, she would have took the sled completely out of the building. Yeah.
Wow. That is
Sandy, what year was that?
2012.
2012.
wow.
I probably know the answer to this, but it doesn't hurt to ask. You have any sponsorships or no?
No. Nope.
I do.
The only sponsor I have is
Oh.
my wife's foot up my ass to keep me moving. That's the only sponsorship I have.
Aw.
That tractor's wild. That is far. I don't know. I don't know what I was expecting, but I was not expecting that. That's like a hot rod.
Well, it's pretty much. I am very grateful that my wife is into this because this isn't the only tractor I have. I have 2 other ones as well. No, 3 other ones besides this one that I'm fortunate enough that I can do these tractors. But the bad part of it is half the time I have to fight with the wife to get her out of the way because she wants to work on it too. So she's very much a big part of it. And you can ask Ed that. I mean, she's phenomenal into the tractor pulling.
That's great.
But
she's a very good driver at it too.
Yeah, and when she beats me, I don't hear the end of it. I won't hear the end of it.
Well, that is her job.
That tractor right there is only a 16 horse, but she'll come up in the 25 horse and whoop everybody.
Nice.
So finally they put an order in, no single cylinders in the twin class because of her.
I've never met her and I like her already. That's a woman for you. I love it.
And that's a Kohler too, or is that something else?
No, that's a Kohler as well.
Nice. Aw, that's wonderful.
But now she's got a V twin that's got a Honda on it. I've been monkeying with a Honda just to see what I can get out of it. And I did a whole bunch of stuff to the heads and everything on that Honda. And that thing is running phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
But if I can get, I'm going to check with Hackman Cams and see if he can make me a regrind cam for that Honda motor. And I think it'll really turn on.
Nice. Aw. That's awesome. Thank you for sharing that with us. Not what I was expecting at all. That is amazing. That is amazing. Beautiful. Beautiful.
It builds the forearms.
And your dear friend Ed was speaking nothing but kind words of you when you walked away too. Two good guys right here.
A couple good guys.
Well, they're all good guys, but Ed is our sweetheart, so love him.
Yeah, he's a good guy. Whenever I met him, he was struggling, and then finally he come alive quick.
Aww.
With your help.
Alive quick, and we're glad to see it. We want to see him move up higher yet.
Yeah, it's nice to see a friendship over a common interest like that, and
oh yeah,
it's good to see. Good to see.
Yep. Hell of a guy.
While you're gone, Mark, I was telling them about why we can't pull local here anymore, about being vocal about the stock classes, and not being able to place in our class because we're vocal about the stock classes.
Well, you take, and it's just really irritating. You take these young kids and everything starting out. I've been doing this for 30 years.
Wow.
And you take these young people, they come out there thinking they're going to pull a stock class, get their ass handed to them in a basket. They move that sled 10 feet and everybody else is going out 265. I mean, come on, you can't tell them nothing.
Mm.
But other than they'll tell you, don't read into the rule.
Mm.
And they don't like it when you tell them, it's a bunch of bullshit. Certain ones can do this and do that. If these young people want to get into the sport of pulling, that's awesome. I'll help them any way I can. If I have a spare part, I'll give it to them, or I'll even do the damn thing for them just to get them up there placing. But to come out there with a stock tractor, forget it. They don't have a chance unless they're going to spend some money.
Does your son do pulling too, or no?
Actually, I have 8 kids.
Oh my God! God bless.
God bless.
My wife and I, we've been married, it'll be 31 years.
Aww.
We've raised 8 children, and they all pulled at one certain time. I had a 34-foot enclosed gooseneck trailer that when I went to the track pulling, it was loaded down with tractors.
Wow.
Very nice.
That's
We
neat.
got them. We got them all grown and out of the house except for one now.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
How'd you do that? I'm still trying to do that, Mark.
I got one more that I'm trying to get out of, and as soon as he graduates truck driving school, I think he'll go.
Very nice.
We've got them all raised. Now it's time for us, and then I buy a new truck, and then I'm gone 3-4 weeks at a time. So, but we're fixing to do some alternate changing around to where, because tractor pulling season's about to start, so I need to have them weekends to spend with my wife and Ed and my tractors.
You got that.
You got to watch what order
Right.
you put that in.
I had to really think about that before I answered.
Yeah.
Aw.
Because my wife is sitting right over next to me, so I got to be careful if I want to go to work next week and she don't break my arm or something.
Let me guess. She has really sharp elbows.
Aw.
No, she's got a concealed weapon carry, so I don't make her mad.
Aw. Speaking of work, this guy still is going to work tomorrow, and I do have to teach online tomorrow. But Mark, it was such a pleasure
Yes,
meeting you.
absolutely.
And Ed, love you.
Good, Captain. Good seeing
Ken,
you,
love
Uncle
you.
Ed.
Good to
Bye,
see you.
everybody
Bye,
in the
everybody.
chat.
Bye,
Have a
Matt.
great night.
James feeling better. We will definitely add you to our prayer list, so we'll have to keep you in mind.
Thanks, absolutely. And Matt, I think you're a rock star, even though you
Patty?
wrote those comments.
Hey, I got some words of advice for you. Left guard and right guard.
That's it.
Well, he's going in the shower first before he thinks he's hitting a pillow. So, all right, guys, love
All right,
you
have you
all.
guys
Be safe.
Stay safe. Absolutely.
Be safe.
Later.
Good night.
Good night, fellas.
Bye.
Are you still out, Ed, or
What's that?
are you still out of work, or?
Yeah, I'll work again this coming Thursday for 4 hours, and then I'm sure by the end of the week they'll have some news whether we're going back full time next week or not. But from what you were saying, it sounds like it. We're not going to be back to work. It'll just be a question of whether they're going to continue to pay us or if we're going to have to use sick time and vacation time.
Well, you got that time built up, don't you?
Oh yeah. I got like 2 weeks of vacation left and 6 months worth of sick time. So yeah, I'm good. Hey, Brandon. Yeah, I'm not hurting. So.
Yep. Oh.
But like I said, they I'm sure by the end of this week, if Trump comes out Tuesday and enforces the martial law or whatever till to the end of April, I can't see him paying everybody their regular wages.
Right.
I'm going to feel sorry for some of the housekeepers and stuff, and some of the new people that don't have the sick time. It's just, hey, I don't want to sound like an asshole, but there's people that's been there 10 years and only have, 3 or 4 sick days.
Right.
I've tried.
I'm hoping that this don't come down Tuesday, but I just have that feeling with them routing everybody home that they're going to do this. And then whenever I caught that Trump thing, whenever I did get in, I was like, oh boy, because he said, we're going to do this Tuesday so that there is no leaks and just get it done and over with. So on that note right there, I think he's going to do it. But it's hard to say. I hope not, but I'm ready for it if they do.
Well, and I was going to get a hold of what's his face from down there at Lakota. I'm having brain farts today.
Ross.
Yeah, Ross, and see if I could order some parts and have them sit them outside or something and pick them up. But if they're gonna shut everything down, he won't even be going to work.
No. I'm surprised. I'm surprised that he's even working now, because that's not essential. That's just basically novel and pleasure. What he does.
It's a he told me it's a home-based business.
Right.
So they're allowed to work. They just weren't letting anybody come in
Right.
to buy, so they could still ship stuff out.
If
Right.
the mail's even picking up.
Yeah, but I'm saying they'll pick up there the UPS and stuff, but he just indicated that you weren't allowed to pick anything up, and I'm not going to pay $30 to have it shipped 30 minutes away from me.
Right.
No,
Right.
not so much.
You're better off just to put it on hold until see exactly what's gonna materialize out of this. We'll know Tuesday once that president addresses the nation about it.
Right.
So I'm hoping not, but I kind of have that bad feeling with them bringing all the trucks back in. It's not adding up.
Right.
So,
But I got other stuff I can do. I'm rewiring it and
right.
doing all that kind of stuff. And
Well, if nothing else, you got Kenny's to run.
right.
And, but hey, what I wanted to talk to you about too was your 20 horse old heads.
Yep.
I could use them for my old 20 in the garage.
Mm-hmm.
If you'll switch out.
Yeah. You'll have to have a new O gasket, the copper O-ring.
Right.
You have to have a new one put in. It's pushed down flat.
Okay.
And then the rockers. What are you going to run a modified class or the stock class?
No, it's going to run stock class.
Okay. We'll have to figure out something for the rockers then, unless you want to run the roller rockers.
I'll put rollers in it.
Hey,
Well,
Brandon, I didn't even see you come in. Sorry, buddy. Hi.
Yeah, I got everything for that except the head studs. We could take the studs out of my block for it, but I got the pedestals, because that one had the pedestals machined out.
Well, you had to shorten them, didn't you?
Yeah, I got the aluminum block that goes in there.
Right.
The only thing, push rods. I don't know if I'm going to rerun my push rods that I have now, or if I'm just going to get new ones.
I would not run them again because they kept backing off, unless you're going to run some Loctite on them. Right.
So, yeah, we could run those. We could run those adjustable ones in the stock one. Put a little Loctite on them, and I think in stock class, my rockers would probably be fine.
Right.
They're just a little bit loose. I just don't want to turn them at the RPMs that we're turning.
Right.
But at 4,000 RPMs, I think they'd be perfectly fine.
Now, when you go to the new motor, are you going to a 70 millimeter crank, or are you staying with the 30?
I'm staying with a 30.
Okay.
Yeah. But and I might go ahead and since I'm putting off, I might go ahead and get the forged pistons or the billet pistons, flat tops.
You could, but you know what I'm running, so.
Right.
And I've ran 7 years on that motor.
Right.
I mean, that's entirely up to you.
Yeah, I mean those pistons are still good, the ones you gave me, but I think it's going to be a judgment call here. You know, more than likely I'll probably just save the $400 and put it into something else and just run the stock pistons.
Yeah, but re-ring them. Make sure you put new rings on them.
Yeah, I'll get new rings. So, well, guys, we've been on here 2.5 hours, so
Yeah.
I think I'm going to go ahead and shut her down, and we will talk to you later. So, appreciate everybody.
Thanks for having us, Ed.
Oh, thanks for coming in.
It was good.
Good luck with your train. What's that?
That went fast. 2.5 hours. Holy cow.
Hey,
I just looked at the clock.
This chainmail always works out. It's just tedious. That's all.
No, it looks good, Rick.
Yep.
It looks really good. All right, guys. I'm going to head off. Time for some family time. Talk to you soon.
All right. See
Good
you.
night, Ken.
Hopefully, I look forward to seeing some of your pulls, though, guys. I used to be into it years ago with the garden tractor stuff and Cub Cadets and IH and all that. And I don't know, family came and all that, got out of it. And who knows? Maybe now that I'm in my late 50s, I can get back in. So,
Hey, there's a lot of guys out there doing it.
All right, guys.
Ed, don't you still have some videos
What's
from
that?
last poll? Don't you still have some videos that you could put on from our last polls?
No, I think I uploaded everything. The last couple polls, I didn't get very much footage because of the rain and stuff on that last one.
Right.
And then I think everything else I've
Looks like things are
uploaded.
buffering right now, but whatever. We'll talk to you soon.
All right.
Yep.
We'll see you. Bye.
I'll check out your channel, Ed. I'll see if you got anything from the old poll.